excited to share with you our business venture, the Rosalia Hotel, a boutique hotel that will be located in downtown Pottsville. My name is Hannah, this is my husband Nick. Together we currently own a marketing company, and we are both born and raised here in Pottsville, PA. Our goal in these next 15 minutes is to really share with you how much of a need and a demand there is for a hotel in our area, and how much of a positive impact it's going to have on both our small business owners and local economy. What we've discovered is happening is that businesses and tourists all have to stay out of the area due to the lack of lodging. Businesses are doing all their staff trainings, meetings, events, either at one of their other branches or outside of the area where they can find adequate lodging and conference rooms. Tourists are coming to the area for events and attractions, but again, due to the lack of lodging, are staying outside of the area, oftentimes Brackville, Barnesville. We want to keep our local businesses local. We want to drive tourists to this area and be able to host them here locally. That is going to have a massive impact on this community. As we continue to revitalize both Pottsville and Schuylkill County as a whole, we really believe that having adequate lodging in this area is a significant piece of that puzzle. Our solution to that problem is the Rosalia Hotel. It will be located on Senate Street in downtown Pottsville in the old Miners National Bank. It will include 25 rooms, a cocktail lounge, a cigar lounge, conference rooms, and a venue/event space. If you have not been to our bank yet, really the main focal point is that lobby when you first walk through those doors. We're really going to be leveraging that to help us stand out from our local competitors, which are all commercial-based hotels. That picture in the bottom right-hand corner, that is the backside of the building. That is where all of our lodging will be, all of our hotel rooms.
This is quite a large project, so to get to market as fast as possible, we'll be opening by phase. In phase 1 will be the cocktail lounge, the venue space, and the cigar lounge. Expected construction is this November and open next March. Phase 2 will be the hotel rooms and the conference rooms. Expected construction is this November. Expected open is next November. For phase 1, includes the cocktail lounge. Depicted here on the left is the space for that cocktail lounge. Hannah is going to describe the concept that we would like to utilize this space for in the next slide.
Well, there we go. All right, on that left-hand side, again, is our location of our cocktail lounge in the main lobby area. The right-hand side is the overall theme, look, idea that we are going for. We want to create something that's different and we really can't find here in Schuylkill County. We're also going for a bit more of an elevated experience. However, our pricing will be right on par with our local bars and restaurants, making it accessible to a large majority of our community.
Included in phase 1 is the cigar lounge. Located in this image is the window pane that oversees what will be the cocktail lounge and holds that cigar lounge. This image that you see on the left is the space as it stands current, has rustic feel with wood paneling on the walls. We would like to keep those features since it is a nice old building, but we want to modernize it as you see depicted as a concept on the right.
Also in phase 1, it will include a venue space. So we plan to have 2 different venue spaces, one being this main lobby that you see pictured here, the other one being a large open room that will be located behind the lobby. This will allow us to market our space for weddings, parties, events, etc. That second event space, this is the concept we are going for, a large open room that we can use for multiple purposes. This will also double as our large conference room, so any businesses that need a large space for team trainings or meetings can use this space as well.
Phase 2 will begin construction of the hotel rooms. With the space provided, we're going to have 10 one-bedroom suites, 15 standard rooms. The building includes 2 elevators, has 3 different entrances. There's 21 parking spaces. A fitness facility will be included along with a light complimentary breakfast for our guests.
On your left-hand side is our overall theme and style we are going for those one-bedroom suites. They will be used as suites for our hotel guests. They will also be used as midterm rentals for our local community. The right-hand side is the theme, the look that we are going for. We wanted to create something that feels both historic and modern at the same time because of our historic building, but we also wanted to feel like something that's not just your standard commercial hotel room.
For phase 2, again, we'll also begin construction of these conference rooms. We have the space, we're anticipating 2 rooms, 1 medium size for up to 50 guests, and 1 large space for up to 200 guests. Next slide.
Do you just want to move it, Sam?
For the conference rooms, we did some cold call research to local businesses when we asked what they would want from a conference room. They basically described exactly the same image. What they want is a centralized table that's able to move, with chairs that are also able to move as well, with video conferencing capabilities. What we have here is 2 images that depict that concept and are 2 ideas that we have for those conference rooms.
In addition to everything else you mentioned, we will also have a few other streams of income. 1 being the Cocktail Club, a monthly membership for our community. 2 being monthly events that we will have in our main lobby area. And 3 being potentially basement rentals. So the picture you see on the left-hand side, that is our basement/ground level. We don't have plans for it in phase 1 or phase 2, but we may look into doing something like storage space rentals or commercial office space down the road.
So what has been coined the big project, our total project cost of just under $4.1 million. We'll be financing this project with an SBA 504 loan broken down by the bank at 40%, NEPA Alliance at 30%, and us along with an investor is responsible for the other 30%. Our estimated projections for yearly gross profit is just over $1.4 million. Our yearly debt service of just under $270,000, but our projected yearly EBITDA of just over $460,000. Our ask from the judges is going to be the full amount of $100,000 that we can put towards that 30%.
We got these numbers by doing an extensive amount of research. The first step in that research was to assess a hotel study that was done back in 2017 between the city of Pottsville, between Schuylkill County and Padco. They spent about $15,000 to complete that study. What it supported was a 50-room hotel that was set to open in 2020. What you see in column 2 and 3 are their projections for year 1 and year 2. Column 4 on the right-hand side is their projections from 2024. What they were planning to open with in 2020 was 50 hotel rooms at an average daily rate of $170 and an annual occupancy rate of 50%. If we jump to 2024, they are planning to have 50 hotel rooms, an annual occupancy rate of 57%, at an average daily rate of $191. If you look at our projections, we are expecting 25 hotel rooms at an average daily rate of $170 and an annual occupancy rate of 65%. Our occupancy rate is slightly higher than this study because we will have less rooms. The main number we are focused on is how many rooms we believe we can book in a year's time. For us, 25 rooms at 65% occupancy is 5,931 booked rooms in year 1. If we go back a slide to the hotel study, we can see that in 2020, they were expecting 9,150 booked rooms in the year, and in 2024, 10,430. Our numbers, if we go back to the next slide, are significantly below those, which gives us that confidence that our projections are both realistic and attainable in year 1 and in the years coming. In addition to the hotel study, we also did much more market research. We contacted as many local businesses as possible. We also assessed all of our local hotels to gather more data on what we would need at our hotel to make it successful.
So for our location, we're centrally located in Schuylkill County. We're also centrally located on the eastern portion of Pennsylvania. So again, we're in a unique position to be the connecting file for lodging for businesses with the eastern Pennsylvania footprint. At the top, you can see the 9 local hotels that we assessed to gather more market research. The 3 that are starred are the ones we anticipate being our primary competitors due to location, amenities, and price point. If you look at the map below, that shows where all of the hotels are located throughout the area. Our hotel, the Rosalia Hotel, is the star right in the middle. As you can see, we are fulfilling a large gap where there's a significant lack of quality lodging. Us being in that prime central location puts us in a perfect spot in Schuylkill County. We also assessed how many rooms each of these hotels have, as well as their distance from our hotel. As you can see, the top is how many rooms each one has. Ours being at only 25 is significantly less than what you see above. That's what's really going to allow us to lean into being a unique boutique style hotel. At the bottom is their distances from the Rosalia Hotel. Our primary competitors, again, are the ones that are starred. Those are all roughly 20 minutes from our hotel in downtown Pottsville. We
We also assessed what their average daily rate looked like for the first quarter of this year. So again, our primary competitors in quarter one of this year were at 164, 166, and 175 as their average daily rates. Our hotel being at $170 makes us not the most expensive and just slightly above our two main competitors in the area.
So getting into our target market, we did a lot of cold call research, and what that vetted for us is that our target market is going to be tourists, wedding venues, the local community, corporations, and healthcare companies.
We anticipate roughly 90,000 visitors coming to the Pottsville area each year. Again, we got that information from calling the businesses directly. A large majority of those businesses are coming oftentimes for mingling, but also other local attractions as well, such as Jerry's Classic Cars, Collectibles Museum, other local events such as the Walk and Jogger, the Pottsville Cruise, and other local attractions throughout Schuylkill County. We plan to really be that go-to hotel for tourists that are coming to the Pottsville area. Again, giving us that ability to host them here locally and not have to send them out of the area. Another big target market for us is local wedding venues. So we called up all these venues to ask them how many weddings they have a year, as well as what they are currently recommending to their guests when they ask for lodging. Unanimously, they all said there's really nothing to recommend. So what they do is they either go out of the area, typically Hamburg, Pine Grove, Frackville, Barnesville, depending on where you're at in the county, or they disperse amongst the local Airbnbs, which really is not ideal for a wedding when you want everyone to stay together. We're going to be leaning heavily into this market. We want to be the go-to hotel for local wedding venues. We also want to be the go-to place for after parties in our cocktail lounge. The right-hand side showcases how many weddings each of these venues have a year, as well as our distance from our hotel. As you can see, many are in close proximity, some even being within walking distance. We also want to have a portion of this business that allowed us to be open to the community, because chances are, if you live here locally, you will not be coming to stay in our hotel very often, but we wanted to have an excuse for everyone to come and visit. So our solution to that was the cocktail lounge and cigar lounge. Both will be open to our hotel guests as well as the community, giving everyone an excuse to come visit the Rosalia as often as you would like.
So again, from our research, one of our target markets is corporate entities. I'm going to provide some anecdotes from a couple businesses that I called: Entech Engineering, Hydro, Prismian Group, and Signal Security. What we found out is that as far as having meetings for their branch meetings and everything like that, they're going as far out as Pittsburgh, and they're also putting lodging as far out as Hazleton. So again, we're looking to be the lodging solution in our local community that allow these businesses to have these branch meetings or host their potential customers and employees locally instead of shipping them that far out. Another target market will be healthcare companies. From the location slide, we are centrally located on the eastern portion of Pennsylvania, which again allows us to market towards those healthcare companies with the eastern Pennsylvania footprint. It also puts us in a unique position that will allow us to market to unique opportunities like travel nursing and PAs, just to name a few. For staffing, in our local community, we're looking to add 12 to 15 quality jobs for this community. As the slide breaks down, is how we'll stay in operation 24/7 to provide that quality customer service for our hotel. For the booking experience, we're also in a unique position because there will be no corporate entity, there will be no guides, there will be no call centers. Everything will be in-house. We'll be providing the software solutions, and we'll be providing the customer service for our hotel.
And lastly, this is how we plan to market our business. Our background in marketing, this is where it's really going to come into play. We'll be leaning heavily into website traffic, social media marketing, email marketing, and networking with all the local businesses that we spoke about in this presentation. Our goal is to actively drive people from the community into our hotel, but also actively drive people from out of the area to come visit Pottsville and Schuylkill County as a whole. Again, just helping support our small business owners and local economy. And that, everyone, is the Rosalia Hotel. Thank you so much.
Very well. I guess my question is, you recapped earlier with the judges, but as far as for the public, where are you at with the status of this? I know we talked about timelines, but as far as purchasing, financing, and stuff like that, I mean, you don't think it's very confidential, but high level.
Yes.
So currently we have come to terms with Santander. They have requested some last minute 11th hour items, but we have come to terms with them for purchase price and everything on the building.
And other than that, we are already underway with our investors all set up, ready to go. We started working with NEPA and our local bank. Pretty much everything's lined up. We're just waiting for them to sign the dotted line.
First question. Your cash injection, is that going in first, and is that piecemeal or all at one time?
Yeah, we're anticipating this to be all one loan. So our cash injection will go in for that down deposit, 30% down on the overall loan that will move everything into one sum.
Although time travels quickly, I'll have a question for phase two. Phase two, you have a furnishing reserve for replacement of furnishings like beds and different things like that. Normally, most hotels and motels have a requirement to do that. Do you have that ability to budget?
Yes, that's correct. So we created a pro forma for every single stream of income in the business, and each stream of income has a 4% reserve for FF&E.
And lastly, I'd like, your presentation is very nice, especially the picture part of it, and that who helped you with the design of like the lounge and so forth to keep some of the old look and so forth.
Who helped us?
Yeah.
No one, just us.
Well, good. Nice job with that,
Thank you.
because it fitted very nicely.
Great job. I guess, could you just remind us of the parking situation again, just for all of us?
So currently, the building has 21 parking spaces. We know that that is a theme of possibles, that's the parking situation. We have contacted the city, and and similar to what's next door, the possible hotel, formerly the Ramada, we're capable of purchasing spaces if needed. We haven't had any issues talking to the city about parking.
Great presentation. I'm just wondering, with the multi-phases that you have in the project, what roles will you guys play in the operation of Rosalia?
Yeah, we're going to be pretty heavily involved, especially in year 1 and year 2. What we built in is a manager fee for us for both of those years, so we'll be pretty heavily involved. I'll probably be more of back-end operations for this, where Nick will be a little bit more front of house, kind of managing staff, hiring, and kind of putting those systems into place. So eventually down the road, we'll probably look into replacing ourselves with hotel managers, but year 1 and year 2 will be pretty significantly involved.
We're definitely looking to inspect what we expect to begin. For any military in the room, she's much of the commanding officer as I am an executive officer. She'll be eyes up and out in the operations. I'll be eyes down in boots on the ground, making sure everything's operating day to day.
Thank you for your service. And rustic, if that panel wood cigar bar with the chandelier is rustic, I think that's far from rustic. That's going to be a beautiful space. I love what you're planning to do with one of the most beautiful buildings in the county. We need to see more of this in Schuylkill County. I'm very impressed with how far you've come with the 16 weeks, right down to the hotel name badges. You really nailed it, and it's been a joy to do this. I do have a question. We bring a lot of medical students into the county. Do you have like long-term stay rates and then also government rates?
As of right now, we just have midterm rental rates and then just obviously your daily night rates. We haven't looked into doing anything longer than a midterm stay. We're not opposed to it, but we just haven't really kind of ran the numbers or looked into that yet.
I agree, the building's beautiful, the idea is beautiful. So scoreboard is something new that you guys brought since the last time we all spoke. If you want to talk a little bit about your plans on that they're going to affect the rooms, the cigars.
So it's actually in a really unique spot. So that room that overlooks, you can actually see the glass paneling in that picture. So that overlooks the lobby. That is actually kind of completely segregated from where the actual rooms will be. So it's in a pretty perfect spot. You can only get to it by going up to the staircases or the elevator there. So it'll be kind of separated from the lobby and also separate from the hotel room. So that way, if there is any issue with cigar smoke, it'll be in a pretty isolated spot.
Doing a little more research for the cigar lounge, the equipment to provide that the aeration or the term for the cigar lounge was not that out of the realm for us. So we decided that instead of a small conference lounge, so we would change it to the cigar lounge to add that unique experience of the building.
Since it's an old bank, I'm assuming there's not many windows. Is there a process for adding them? Have you guys looked into that? Because hotel rooms without windows usually aren't very very appealing.
So we have a little shortage of window space, but there is a whole nother wall that does not have a building on the other side of it. So we spoke with the engineer, we spoke with our contractors, and the plan is to add a few more windows along that side, and also just kind of get a little bit creative with the layout of the rooms with the windows that are currently available.
All right.